the natural calendar. Mayan astrology is about working in the awareness of the calendar of natural time. Okay, y'all? Because the calendar that man constructed, the 365-day calendar and 60-minute day, is not natural. And I know you're going to say, what's she talking about? So nature has its own time and sequences and synchronicities and flow. Just think of an animal. Animals, there's no time clock like what we have as humans. When an animal wakes up, there's no sense within them of where's my provision. The planet was created and provision was made, and there's just natural trust. We're beginning a new cycle, and it has nothing to last 28 days, and then they call it a moon cycle, and it's 4 even weeks. And so the Mayan astrology has, for each day, for each year, there's an affirming activation statement. And then for each moon or month, there's an affirming activation statement. An affirmation for you to speak, which activates remembrance within you. And then for each day, there's an energy, but that's really minor surface. So I was excited when I recognized that yesterday was beginning a new 28-day cycle. And I used my tools. I have a teacher. I consider a master teacher in Mayan astrology, and then there's a group that I know of that I tap into every now and then that actually live this awareness. Okay, so the calendar as we know it, the Monday through Friday, 365 days, that was only created, I think, in the 1500s or 1800s, something like that. So, look, the world was created, and ancient civilizations like the Mayan lived based on the cycles of nature. Okay, and then I think there was I got to get my facts together. There was a change that occurred. Some king changed it and said, no, we're going to do it as a Julian calendar, something. And then King Gregory, something like that, came and changed it in the 1800s. I'm going to make sure when I come back to be more specific. But you get my drift. So the calendar that the world presents and that we've been living by is an unnatural calendar. But the nature calendar is still in place. So I looked up the affirmative statement for the beginning of this next 28-day cycle. And reading it is very powerful. So what I do is, when it comes to, I look up the energy for the day. The calendar is called a galactic calendar. Every energy of the day is called a galactic signature. And then you individually have your own signature based on your birth date. Just your birth date and year. And there's a way to look up and decode and get information on you. Beautiful information. Just like people that look up the astrology system. I remember when I was younger, and I wasn't privy and aware of this level of knowledge, but back in the day, when you was hanging out and people meet each other, you say, hey, what's your sign? Is a small element of it, not realizing the meaning behind it, but as a society, we grasp that. You see what I'm saying? So, like, for example, traditional astrology, I am a Sagittarius, right? So Mayan astrology, if I put my birth date in there, there's an energy pattern that comes up, and it lets me know what clan and what tribe, as far as the universe natural calendar that I belong to. So I want to share with you. I'm going to share with you the energy of focus, of activation for the next 28 days. And that's what I do, is meditate on that. And then I look at the energies for each day, and I look at the affirming statements and see it as an activation. I come in nature. I breathe it in, take it in. It's very powerful. So the next clip, you're going to hear me speak about the energies we're coming into beginning May 1st to May 28th. So May 2nd through May 29th, the affirming activation energy for that period in the calendar, it is considered the spectral moon of liberation. Spectral moon of liberation. You can align yourself with the power of this 28-day cycle by contemplating its key words: dissolve, release, release. Dissolve, release, release. The spectral power invites us to release our souls and experience who we are as we expand into our own full range. This cycle of time calls us to dissolve the understanding of our ego mind, to release the idea that we are controlling all aspects of our destiny, and to be released into the higher mind that is always conspiring in our favor. Sometimes we need to let our comfortable sense of self get out of the way for the grace of the universe to work through us. This is the time to let go. Drop, release energies, dissolve rigid concepts, and define notions of what should be. Spill what no longer serves. Surrender to the spectral flux of spontaneous deviations, apparent disturbances, and what may seem like chaos. Welcome the break. Let the energy travel wherever it needs to bring about healthy circulation, undo, deconstruct, mix, embrace randomness, non-stability, and formlessness. Learn to change shape fluidly. During this 28 days, ask, am I ready to let go of control? If not, what am I holding and why? Where can I get rid of old routines? Am I welcoming new possibilities? Am I welcoming new opportunities? New possibilities? Can I accept expected setbacks and seeming chaos as a part of the greater cosmic order? How can I invite more freedom, spontaneity, and subtle guidances into my life? Who is the real me when I stop being who I think I am? How can I surrender more fully to the magical flow of life? And so, look, I encourage you who resonate with that transmission to listen to it again. Close your eyes and take it in. Some of you might be saying, wow, how can I tap into this practice, this information, and take a few minutes to meditate and bring it into yourself, because it's empowering. I tell you, the more and more over the years, it's my practice now. I don't get up out of the bed and just jump into the world like that. I don't look at TV like that. I don't look at the news like that. I'm not tuned into traditional radio and all of that. I spend more time listening and creating and envisioning a life of freedom and grace and ease, or to feel good and be ready to navigate whatever is presented. And I'm here as a guide, as an elder, as one who has been presented with knowledge and different tools for me to speak to those that resonate with the vibration and the transmission that comes through me. I've come to a space of pure confidence in knowing and being in the space of remembering who I am, not just this physical avatar, but fully embodied and expressed from my higher self. And the journey is so wonderful when operating on this earthly plane, but from an awareness of natural flow, natural time. Thank you for letting me share that with you. I intend to broadcast as I do my affirming activation each time a new cycle takes place. So May 29th will be another new cycle, and I will broadcast the transmission of the affirming energy to focus on for that next cycle. So for now, that's why I say there's going to be some of you who resonate deeply with this. It's going to hit you and you're going to not know why. Take a breath, listen to it again, and play it throughout the days or the month, or once, maybe every Sunday, or once a week, just to sit with that thing. Go in nature if you can, or play nature on your TV at night. I'm going to be launching the second season of Lake Therapy, Sound Healing by the Water. I'm going to be focused on one-on-one sessions where those, and it's for the feminine. I will start first with an opportunity to work with the sister groups and people that have experienced my work and know me, giving them first preference for the opportunity to have one-on-one journey with me right by the water. And what that looks like is you would meet me at a certain park or lakes, and it would be during the week when it's quiet and not a lot of traffic. I would set up a yoga mat in a comfortable way. You would bring a journal, water, and I would bring my sacred instruments. We will have had a discussion ahead of time to understand what you want to transmute or begin to release as far as healing. And I have you come and I take you on a journey. I help you to tap into nature, and you have this dedicated sacred time. I did that last year, 2023. I traveled all the way to Stone Mountain, did one-on-ones, but mostly I did group events. This camera went off. Yeah, I was doing group events, but as I sat down and meditated to receive direction for this year, I am to work one-on-one. And if you never had the experience before, I'm going to go in the archives and share testimonies from those that have. Why I do this is because I've been doing this for myself for years, and it has been wonders. It has been transformative. And so I'm hearing from Spirit, invite in other sacred souls one-on-one. It'll be like a 90-minute time. Might spend a little bit more time, but I'm going to tell you, guaranteed, from that session, you will leave with a palpable shift. I am Empress Chakra Wanda. You can call me Mama Wanda. I am here to guide and to encourage and to hold space. I am a medicine woman and a divine spiritual teacher. But I'm also humbly a student always. And I like to introduce to people who are on an awakening journey, especially those who are new to their spiritual awakening, or those who have started their journey and lost their way and need to get back on path. Yeah. And so I help you understand. And I also introduce to you spiritual self-awareness tools, techniques, processes that you can nibble on, take back into your life. I hold space for you to, as you dive into it deeper, and connect you with other master teachers that can take you further, you know? But peace and blessings, and thank you for taking the time to watch and be here with me. Yeah. It's beautiful out here. Every now and then, when I look out in the water, you'll see, the water splash up, and it's probably a fish or something like that, and it's always surprising to see. There were some ducks that went by, but I couldn't capture them. An ancestor came to visit. Do you know about the red cardinal? Look, he's looking at me. The red cardinal, the spiritual meaning when they show up is supposedly your ancestor or a loved one from heaven is visiting. I just happened to walk over here, and there we are. He feels like male energy. Is that you, Granddaddy? He's getting closer, y'all. I'm not doing anything. Wow. Beautiful. Coming closer and closer. Wow, y'all. Oh my God. I'm just staying still. I mean, this is the closest I've ever seen. And I believe that it has to do with the energy. I am in alignment with the stillness of nature. Wasn't that wonderful?